Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So this video, I guess it should be on the Angry Truth channel, but I'm gonna put it on this channel just because it's more of a rhetorical question, if you will. And the rhetorical question is, did I make the right choice? Meaning, did I make the right choice in leaving my job? Leaving the job that I love, leaving a job that I couldn't wait to do since I was a kid, right? I think I was 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, when I discovered I wanted to be a firefighter. When I watched this city in the 80s burn left and right, fires all over the city, and watching firemen work. Of course, from a safe distance, but nonetheless, watching them work. Walking by a firehouse and looking inside every time I got the chance. Looking at the pole that firemen slide down and say, I can't wait to do that. And then 20-something years later, from that moment, I became a firefighter. Actually, 20 years exact, I became a firefighter. And then I got to do all of this shit that I watched these guys do since I was growing up, right? So now, 17 years later, we have a asshole mayor, two of them actually, de Blasio and Adams. And we have one mayor set mandates, restrictions, and regulations for us to keep our jobs. So a bunch of us leave. Some of us get fired under Adams. Some of us get fired. And almost every day, not every day, but almost every day, I beat myself up about leaving. Was it the right thing to do? So now, I'm looking at it, and all I can say, especially after visiting Texas, I made the right choice. Because now they're running into, the FDNY, are running into an interesting problem with 5 firefighters who all of a sudden died of a medical episode. This is the excuse they're giving the public here in New York. Each firefighter that passed away was a medical episode. They don't know if it was a heart attack or a stroke. Now, we all know what it was. I do not need to fucking say it here, because it's obvious. Now, there's one side of me that when the first 2 guys passed away, I was thinking, all right, one guy was on long enough, his heart could have gave out on him. The other guy, it was a probie. I said he could have had a bad ticker as well. But now we have 5 guys that they do not know how they passed away. You have other guys who are getting sick even after doing that thing. And now what? Some guys are still out of work because of it. And again, with the 5 guys that passed away, that's it. So, when I looked at that, when I look at these guys who just all of a sudden passed away. Now, guys passing away, guys, in the firehouse, it's rare. It's like one guy every 2 or 3 years, or every 4 years. One guy will pass away, and he's usually an older guy, either out of shape or had a bad heart and was unaware of it. 5 healthy, unexpected deaths make no sense. So now, do I feel stronger today about making the decision to leave? Absolutely. Because I didn't let these motherfuckers tell me that I had to put some shit in my fucking body I didn't fucking need. I didn't let these fucking guys downtown in the safe haven of their fucking, secure jobs, because they'll never get fired, tell me that I had to do some shit I didn't want to do. Those guys who are on the job now, who are still on the job, who stayed behind, now they have to fucking pay the consequence. Because this is the consequences that a lot of us were talking about before this shit actually happened. And when we mentioned that these medical episodes could happen, we were crazy. That's stupid. That'll never happen. Now look. 5 unexpected deaths, guys, and no one has an answer. This, one can say, could be a coincidence. Now, listen, 1 or 2, maybe even 3, I didn't think anything of it. But when the last 2 passed away back to back, I was like, and then a couple of guys sent me the names of the guys when they passed away and what the reasoning was. I was like, holy shit. I made the connection. And some of you seen that question on the Angry Truth channel. This is what happens when you don't stand up for yourself. Now, this could very well, guys, there's a less than 1% chance that this is a coincidence, that they all could have had a bad heart, or something else that we do in fires by exposing ourselves to a lot of chemicals in fires that could have also affected us. But the probie, who wasn't in any fires, who wasn't on the job long enough, what's the explanation for him? So the union, both unions, the FDNY, the UFOA, which is the officers union, and the UFA, which is just the firefighters union, they are now demanding the city starts investigation. Interestingly enough, after they announced that they wanted the city to launch an investigation, Adams is starting to say, or said, sorry, that he's going to let the mandates go. He's going to let them fizzle out. That he's not going to require workers get vaccinated anymore. Interestingly enough, he made this fucking announcement. I was in Texas when he made that announcement, but a couple of people told me about it, and I'm still looking for articles on it. Anyway, that is very interesting. So now, the bigger question is, which I know what the answer is, if I was allowed to take my job back, would I? I had thought about that every day since I retired, and I don't think I could. I don't think I could go back to work and work with guys who couldn't stand up for themselves. I just don't think I can. I don't know. You know, I mean, I love the job. I am too young to be milling around doing nothing. But being that we're looking at Texas, that's another reason. You know, my wife's like, well, what would you do? I'm like, listen, Texas. And now I'm actually looking at Tennessee, New Hampshire as well. I'm looking at free states. There was a list of free states that came out, and Texas didn't even hit the top 10. So I'm looking at those states, I'm looking at them very closely, and Texas is the better pick because my wife's family lives there. Well, we're going to entertain other states as well before we make our final decision. Though right now Texas is in the lead. So guys, all of these decisions that I had to make in the last fucking 3 months, I am wondering if I made the right choice. But now I know my answer. The answer was given to me in the last week. All right, guys, so other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.